Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Dewaniya podcast. Now for today's episode, we're about to poke the bear. But you know what? I'm doing it for the greater good, guys, for the greater good, because some people really need to hear this. You ever get one of those phone calls, something like حبيت أبلغك بس شفت ولدك, and it's never something like he was helping an old lady cross the street and I just wanted to tell you how amazing he is. And fortunately, it's always a full report with timestamps, eyewitnesses, and sometimes even voice notes. Let's be real though, gossip is everywhere. But the problem in our culture is that it's not just entertainment, it's surveillance. We don't just hear about each other, we monitor, analyze, and report. Especially when it comes to moms. Especially when it comes to what kids are doing. And especially when nothing actually harmful is happening. So today, we're diving into the world of concern disguised as gossip, and gossip disguised as concern. فجهزوا القهوة وارتاحوا وحياكم عالديوانية.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In Arab culture, gossip has mastered the art of rebranding. Think about it. It rarely sounds like, did you hear what happened? It sounds more like, أنا بس قلت من خوفي عليها, or ما قدرت أسكت, حسيت من واجبي أبلغها. And it always makes me think, are you a friend or are you a field agent? Let's talk about moms in particular. When one kid plays a little rough on the playground, his mom gets a call. Another stays out late at night. 3 moms already drafted an intervention group chat. And as ridiculous as that sounds, that is so true. And look, I get it. We live in a collective culture. We care about each other. But somewhere along the way, that concern turned into control. We've built a community where women, especially moms, are held hostage by other people's opinions. What you wear, what your daughter says, how helpful your son is when guests come over. It all becomes a headline. And the worst part is that most of the time, it's not even about danger or harm. It's just disapproval. She looked moody at the mall. He was laughing too loud with the boys. Her kids were out past 10 p.m. And I always think, okay, and if no one's in danger, if no one's being harmed, then maybe, just maybe, it's none of your business. Seriously, انتي ايش دخلك في أولاد الناس? Unless you see something dangerous, abusive, or life-threatening, why are you reporting on kids like it's your job? Stepping into the ring, weighing in at over 100 rumors per week, the undefeated champions of the Group Chat League. This is the Gossip Spectrum. Live from the salons, the weddings, the WhatsApp threads. You swore you'd leave. Let's meet the players. First up in the gossip arena, the Curious Cat. The innocent one, known for her signature move. She got married. She doesn't spread gossip. She just collects it like vintage tea sets. Harmless? Maybe. Until she starts connecting the dots faster than FBI facial recognition. Now entering the chat, the concerned Khala. Passive-aggressive with a splash of fake empathy. Her catchphrase? She was quiet. I don't want to assume anything. بس تعرفي? Translation, she already assumed everything. She doesn't check in. She checks out of your life piece by piece. Now entering the ring. She speaks in forwards, not words. The screenshot forwarder. Her specialty, screenshotting your moment of weakness and dropping it in a completely unrelated group chat. She doesn't comment. She doesn't question. She doesn't even flinch. She just taps and delivers. Minimal effort, maximum destruction. Up next, the clean gossiper. Elegant, polished, deadly. Starts every sentence with, "I'm not judging best," and proceeds to judge you harder than a mother-in-law during Ramadan. She mixes gossip with wisdom, Quran quotes, and the occasional Allah yahdiha, refined but still toxic. And finally, the one who posts nothing but knows everything, the silent watcher. She's not in your inner circle. She's not even in the group chat. But she knows where you were last Thursday, who you were with, and what color your friend's dress was. A ghost on socials, but fully present in everyone's business. And there you have it, the full gossip spectrum. Different styles, same mission. Watch, judge, repeat. Some come with questions, some come with screenshots, and some don't come at all. They just watch from a distance and sip quietly. But don't get too comfortable, because these characters, they show up everywhere. In salons, on social media, even in your own living room. No one's exempt. Not the quiet ones, not the ones who say bas bene u benek. Everyone plays a role. The question is, which one are you pretending not to be? Let's sit with that question. Why are we so obsessed with watching, judging, and commenting on other people's lives? Sometimes it's projection. And I'm gonna just drop some truth bombs right now. It's easier to talk about people's messy parenting than dealing with your own son's tantrums. It's easier to analyze people's cold marriages than face the distance in yours. It's easier to call out people's daughters' attitudes than address the resentment in your own home. And we convince ourselves it's kindness. I'm just trying to help. I would want someone to tell me. But let's be honest here. You don't want someone to tell you. You want people to mind their own business. You want room to figure it out without your mistakes becoming neighborhood news. So if we don't want it done to us, why are we so quick to do it to others? Once upon a time, gossip happened over Jama'at. Now, it happens on social media. We've entered a new era, Gossip 2.0, powered by Wi-Fi. You post one picture and it turns into an episode of CSI Arab Edition. People zoom in, pause your reels, analyze reflections in the glass in a picture, read every comment, click every like. And moms are not exempt. They're on Snapchat, they're on TikTok, and they've got stronger observational skills than Homeland Security. There are people right now watching someone's story just to send it to the family group chat with وبتقولوا عنها ملتزمة شوفوا الساعة كم. It's no longer about what's true. It's about what looks wrong. And in this world, perception is everything. You know something that makes me boil and is worse than gossiping to me? Hypocrisy. You'll see a mom absolutely lose her mind over someone else's daughter wearing lip gloss. Where is her mom? She's too young to look like that. Ma بيصير. But the moment her own daughter does the same exact thing, oh, please, it's just makeup. She's expressing herself. She's not like the other girls. It's the double standard for me. If a neighbor's son hangs out late, then he's out of control. Let her son stay out just as late? Oh, he's a boy. He's responsible. He's just blowing off steam. If someone else's kid throws a tantrum in public, it's, looks like they don't discipline him at home. Let hers do it? He's tired. He didn't nap. He's sensitive. Like, girl. Seriously, pick a lane. We've normalized this thing where we zoom in on everyone else's mistakes, but crop our own kids out of the picture completely. Maybe, just maybe, the real reason we do it is because if we admit other people's kids are normal, we have to admit our kids aren't perfect either. And in a culture where your child's behavior is seen as your entire reputation, that's a scary thing to admit. But let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something!
It's not shameful to have a child who messes up. It's completely normal. What is shameful, though, is pretending your kid can do no wrong while tearing down someone else's kid for doing the same exact thing. So the next time you feel yourself reacting to someone else's child, ask yourself, would I be this angry if this was my kid doing it? Most probably, the answer is going to be no. Maybe the problem isn't the kid. Maybe it's your ego. And we also need to talk about something else, something deeper. This kind of gossip, the just letting you know kind, it doesn't always stop at a comment. It turns into rumors. And those rumors, they travel, they grow, and they stick, sometimes forever, especially when it comes to marriage and reputation. In our culture, asking around is normal. People do their research. They ask, what's her vibe? Who's his crowd? What have you heard? And what do they base their decision on? Usually, someone else's gossip. And sometimes, and in my opinion, most of the time, it's not even true. I know what it's like to be talked about in a negative light for things I didn't do, to have my name passed around like a warning sign, to be reduced to whispers, misquotes, and assumptions. And let me tell you, it does real damage. It takes years to rebuild the trust that one person's lie destroyed in a second. And the people who started it, they walk away untouched. No consequences, no accountability, but the person who was talked about, they carry the weight for years. So to whoever needs to hear this, leave people alone. Let them live. Stop monitoring, judging, and picking people apart just because you're bored. Whether you're a hermit in your house or always out and about, people will talk. So live your life and let others live theirs. Because what some of you call concern, it's honestly just disguised jealousy. And it's not cute. It's toxic. And unless someone is actually causing harm to themselves or others, you need to stay out of it. If one day I saw my son hanging out with someone I felt was truly going down a dangerous path, like smoking, skipping school, being reckless, I wouldn't blast them in a group chat. I wouldn't use it for gossip points. I would go discreetly to that kid's parents, not to shame, not to accuse, but out of real concern. Because I see my son in all these boys. And if he ever lost his way, I would pray that someone would return the favor and talk to me out of love, not judgment. We're all parents. We all want the best for our children. So let's act like it. Let's learn the difference between real concern and just running your mouth. And if you don't know the difference, respectfully, then maybe it's better to just stay quiet. Reputations fall, relationships break, people retreat, all because someone said something they had no business saying. So next time you hear, بس لا تحكوا لحدا, pause. Ask yourself, do I really need to know this? Do I really want to be part of this chain? Because maybe the real issue isn't what they did. It's that everyone's obsessed with everyone's business but their own. So take care of your home, protect your peace, and mind your business like it's a full-time job. And if you like this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and send it to that one person who somehow knows everything but says nothing. We've got more coming, and I promise no episode is ever the same. Till next time, take care and stay out of people's business.